£1 5-ounce, 32 fight record, 21 wins, 17 inside the scheduled distance, 90 feet and 2 draws. Originally from Astana, Kazakhstan, now fighting out of Germany. Please welcome Konstantin Airich. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with black and gold, with a perfect professional record of 7 contests, 7 wins, all inside the scheduled distance. He comes to the ring as the 2-time ABA champion. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Olympic super heavyweight gold medal of the 2012 Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the undefeated James Thank you. The bell is Gary Brennan, our referee in charge of the action is Steve Gray, and this is 8 3-minute rounds.
Anthony. Okay, boys, if I call break, you take 1 step back. Don't let any of your punches go around the back of the head, and most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, boys.
Well, Airich has been around the block as Joshua gets ready for his 8th professional fight. Airich has gone the distance with world-ranked heavyweights like Oglenia Solis and Vyacheslav Glazkov, but he's also been banjoed in 44 seconds by Manuel Shah, and in his only appearance in the UK 3.5 years ago, he lasted just 74 seconds against Ty Fields. That tells you, if you catch him early, he tends not to hang around, and Joshua has a habit of catching opponents early. Let's see what happens here. Joshua, big, physically imposing. But as we've seen in his previous fights, he doesn't just rush in, Jimmy. He measures his man, and then when he does land clean, the power is just far too much for him.
Yeah, and there's a few things he does naturally which he's definitely not been taught. You know, he backs off and throws the left hook. You know, the body weight going back, and he gets power into the left hook. Throwing one just as I'm talking. You know, and as you say, he's controlled. He thinks what he's doing. He doesn't allow opponents to spoil and make it messy. He keeps them at arm's length.
Look at this jab.
When the chance comes. I mean, that's terrific.
Just spearing into Airich. And Airich lacking the movement to get out of the way of him, and then just turning the corner with that cheeky little left hand as well. Just measuring him up. Ready to tee off. Airich managed to block that, and then little assault from the veteran. And that's the big question, of course, with Anthony Joshua. How's he going to take being hit hard on the chin? We don't know the answer. We will one day. Nice combination again. In and out of range so quickly as well, as you said, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, he is tall, and he stands tall for a heavyweight. So you wonder, will that be a problem? But having said that, his foot movement's good. You know, he doesn't pull his head back from attack. See that, just a little half step back as Airich tried to come forward. So they're certainly doing a good job with him in the gym. The tough thing for heavyweights is sparring. You know, when you're dealing with the lighter weights, you can move them up in with heavier guys, getting quality sparring. But I think they've managed some of that recently.
Yes, just
with
a bit.
Joshua.
Yes, in case you didn't know, he's been out with Vladimir Klitschko. Doesn't get any better than that. And spearing, hurtful, straight left jabs. Airich looking to land the right hand of his own. I think the heads just came together then, acknowledged. Well, you can see Airich very careful, just watching how he goes in. One mistake and it's all over with this fella.
I mean, what we do need to see is someone who can take him a few rounds. Will Airich be able to do that? I'm not so sure.
Nice body shot in there from Airich. They're just letting the punches go. Another good body shot from Airich. Yeah, it's that's what does it. It's that 1-2, that right cross that comes in. That hurts opponents.
And the way he stepped in with that, I mean, it just looked as though it was on the punch back there. He knew it wasn't missing, stepped right in with it. Beautiful.
edge landing, then he's going to lose the right hand and left foot on the back of it, yeah? You know what I mean? He's going to have a little go when he comes up close to it. He's going to speak like Josh, yeah?
No, we've gone wild.
Tony Sims with the fine-tuning. Not a lot of fine-tuning needed.
Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2. Worth repeating, Joshua has never been past 2 rounds. Is this going to be another second-round victim, or will he go into new territory? Last time out, Matt Skelton gave up the ghost in the second. Before that, Matt Legg at Wembley in the Foxgroves undercard, 83 seconds. He's done 3 in the first, 4 in the second. Is this number 5 here? And he's certainly opening up as if he wants to get rid of him right here. Airich shipping some punishment.
Yeah, well, Joshua,
right hand of his own, though.
He was throwing solid punches towards the end of the opening round, so he doesn't want to hang about. You know, he doesn't see the point in allowing opponents to go rounds the way maybe Muhammad Ali did it at one time. If he can get them out, he gets them out.
It's interesting when Airich landed that right hand, he grinned, Joshua. I mean, Airich has never been known as a real big power puncher in the heavyweight division anyway. But that must have so dispirited Airich. Landed a decent shot, and it just produced a smile.
And I think the jab is also sickening. I mean, there's nothing he can do about that. Solid punches. That was perfect balance there for those punches.
Couldn't get the follow-up in, though. He was out of range for that. But it's just a case of get the bomb sight retrained, isn't it? And a couple of digs to the midsection from Airich. And then getting out of the way himself. It's these jabs, as you say, Jim. They're his banker in this fight so far, Joshua.
Yeah, they're the ball out the gum
thrown out as well into the Joshua corner. He's retrieved. And Steve Gray calls the timeout. So a breather for Airich. It was interesting hearing what Joshua had to say about the training camp. He was out there with Klitschko. He said he just learned so much how to be a champion, how to operate at the highest level. And he is a sponge. People who work with him say he really is a sponge. He just soaks it all up, all that knowledge, all that experience, takes it all on board.
We've got to give Airich a little bit of credit. You know, he's trying to get the chin down, the hands up, and give it a bit of a go. But he's taken some hefty whacks along the way. Kept his chin out of harm's way. Joshua just doing pretty much as he pleases now.
Neat little combination, but as you say, once again, Airich. Talk about a sponge, he's soaking some stuff up here at the moment. Worth repeating again, he might have been bombed out a couple of times early. Oof, went for the big bomb himself there, but he has gone the distance against decent men.
Well, I was about to say earlier, we need to see him, you know, after 5 or 6 rounds, what kind of natural stamina he has. There's certainly no signs of anything wrong. But it'll be good if we see it.
Jab, right hand, left foot, bang, drop that body shot afterwards, yeah? Right? Yeah? That's what he's got, right hand on the top.
Well, Joshua, as usual, not in any hurry. What he's doing is working well. Keep doing it. Sooner or later,
10 seconds, corners.
you'll catch him cleanly on the chin, and this one will be over. Taking nothing, getting good punches home, putting combinations together,
round 3.
putting on a show.
So for the first time as a professional, Anthony Joshua. Here's the bell for the start of round 3. We don't usually bother looking at how long a Joshua fight is scheduled for, but for anyone who's interested, this one is down for 8. Airich doing a nice job of making Joshua miss. Another smile from the Watford man.
Oh, that's the one.
Didn't miss that time. Took everything, didn't he? One big right hand and a punch as he was on the floor as well from Joshua.
That was well after he was on the floor. Joshua has to be careful of that.
Are you okay? Hands up.
Steve Gray asks Airich if he's okay. There was that big swinging right hand, and Steve Gray is right on that, and rightly so. That was, as you say, Jim, well after. So is resistance about to prove futile here for Konstantin Airich?
Now there's a difference in Airich's body language now. He's felt the full power, and that was bang on the chin. He did well to take that and still be in there. Full credit to him.
And it gets another one. That's how it's come in, and he got absolutely slaughtered with a left hand right on the decision of Steve Gray to jump in there. They'd seen enough in the corner. They said, "I'm getting the towel in," and Steve Gray, I think, had seen enough as well. It was that first knockdown, that big right hand, that did all the damage.
Well, we complimented Airich the way he was giving it a go, trying to take the fight to Joshua, but that big right hand, the first one that landed clearly on the chin and then caused the knockdown, you could see the difference in Airich when he got back up again. Can't blame him, he simply didn't want to be there. With a pro's pride, he tried to keep performing, but that punch took everything away from him, so the corner were quite right. We knew what was on the way, and just before referee Steve Gray could act, the finishing punches did land. But another terrific performance from Anthony Joshua, and a little bit of credit to Airich for making him work for it.
Well, it was a big right hand, as it so often is, that did all the damage.
See the difference with that? That one landed clearly on the chin. He was landing, punches to the forehead, and that was the finish. And that was well after. I mean, Joshua could see he was on the way to the floor. So, I mean, at this stage, it doesn't matter greatly. But you have to really be careful of that. So down he goes, and well after he's on the floor, the big punch. And this is the finish now. Nowhere to go. Matter of time. So thankfully, didn't have to take too many more.
Job done. 8 out of 8 for Anthony Joshua. And as you say, no one's going to argue with this stoppage. Airich had done what he could do. The corner had seen enough. Steve Gray had seen enough. We'd seen enough. Joshua had seen enough. There is going to be some talk about that one when he hit him when he was on the floor as well. And as you say, Jim, you've got to be careful with that, because that could be grounds for disqualification. Yeah, was it a bit of youthful enthusiasm? Yeah, was it a bit of spite? What do you think?
He get carried away. He's used to finishing opponents, but you have to pay attention to that. I mean, when you think, can you imagine maybe a couple of warnings beforehand for low blows or whatever, and that's the thing that just turns a disqualification against you. Just maybe too much enthusiasm, but his concentration was superb all the way through that, so he has to also concentrate when a fella's on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Gary Grennan has recorded a time of 1 minute and 16 seconds of the third round. Referee Steve Gray has stopped this contest, but Airich in no position to continue, therefore your winner. And still undefeated, taking his record to 8, 8 and 8 inside the distance. It's AJ Anthony Joshua!
The story continues to build, and it'll carry on again next month when he's due out again. There was talk that Dennis backed